يكن له كفوا أحد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون. I've seen the message asking me to put my video. I'm actually driving, so I won't be able to use my video.
That's all right, sister. You can carry on. Shukran.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Qul ya ayyuhal kafirun la a'budu ma ta'budun wa la antum a'biduna ma a'budu wa la ana a'budu ma abadtum wa la antum a'biduna ma a'budu lakum dinukum waliya din. Allahu la ilaha illa huwa al-hayyul qayyum la ta'khusuhu sinatun wa la nawm lahu ma fis samawati wa ma fil ardi ma zal ladzi yashfa'u indahu illa bi'iznihi يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يؤوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله والله أكبر ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العظيم عدد ما علمه وملء ما علمه وزنة ما علمه اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عبدك ونبيك ورسولك نبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم اللهم اغفر لي ولوالدي وللمؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات على يمين والأموات اللهم افعل بي وبهم عاجلا وعاجلا في ديني ودنيا والآخرة ما أنت له وحال ولا تفعل بنا وبهم يا مولانا ما نحن له وحال إنك غفور عليم جواد كريم رؤوف رحيم. I have to share the screen myself. Next page, please. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد النبي عدد من صلى عليه نكرتك وصلي على سيدنا محمد النبي كما ينبغي لنا أن نصلي عليه وصلي على سيدنا محمد النبي كما أمرتنا أن نصلي عليه اللهم مغفرتك أوسع من ذنوبي ورحمتك أجند من عمري لا إله إلا الله والله أكبر لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له لا إله إلا الله له الملك وله الحمد لا إله إلا الله ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العظيم أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله وأن عيسى عليه السلام عبد الله ورسوله وابن أمته وكلمته ولقاء إلى مريم وروح منه وأن الجنة حق وأن النار حق سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله والله أكبر ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله ملء ما علم وعدد ما علم وزنة ما علم لا إله إلا الله يا دافع يا مانع يا حفيظ يا حكيم سبحانك اللهم يا من هزر الجميل وستر القبيح ولم يأخذ بجيرتي ولم يأتيك سترا ويا عظيم العفو ويا سنة تجاوزي ويا واسع المغفرة ويا بسط اليدين برحمة ويا سميع كل نجوى ويا منتهى كل شكوى ويا كريم الصفي ويا عظيم المعنى ويا مكل الأسيادة ويا مبتدئ بنيامي قبل استقاقها يا ربي ويا سيدي ويا مولاي ويا غاية رغبتي أسألك أن لا تشاوي أخلقة ببلاء الدنيا ولا بها سحاب النار اللهم إني أسألك خير المسألة وخير الدعاء وخير النجاح وخير الأعمال وخير الثواب وخير الآيات وخير الممات وثبتني وتقي موازيني وحقق إيماني ورفع درجاتي وتقبل صلاتي واغفر لي خطيئتي وأسألك درجات الأولى من الجنة آمين اللهم إني أسألك فواتح الخير وخواتمه وجوامعه وأوله وآخره وظاهره وباطنه وأسألك درجات الأولى من الجنة آمين. اللهم إني أسألك خير ما آتي وخير ما أفعل وخير ما هم وخير ما أبطن وخير ما أزيد وأسألك درجات الأولى من الجنة آمين. اللهم إني أسألك أن ترفع ذكري وتداوي وزري وتسلي أمري وتطهر قلبي وتحسن فرجي وتنور قلبي وتغفر لي ذنبي وأسألك درجات الأولى من الجنة آمين. اللهم إني أسألك أن تبارك لي Olúwa في سمعي وفي بصري وفي روحي وفي كلكي وفي خلقي وفي آلي وفي معياي وفي عملي وتقبل حسناتي وأسألك درجات العلى من الجنة آمين. اللهم بنورك اهتديت وبفضلك استعنت وبك أصبحت وأمسيت ذنوبي كثيرة بين يديك أستغفرك اللهم وأتوب إليك يا حنان يا منان وذلك اليمن واليمن تميز واليمن والعفو محمد وكان برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين يا أرحم الراحمين يا أرحم الراحمين يا رباه يا رباه يا رباه يا جبار 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 يا جبار. اللهم إني أعوذ بك من شر فضيعتين وظلمة العينين وهموم الفقر ودين بورمة جاد الحسين وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. الفاتحة. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمدلله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق الخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره ومقداره العظيم. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Amin. Jazakallah khairan for that, sister. The next item on our list is now straight to Aja Muftiya Bajulaye for her lecture today on participation of women in active politics. I think sister, she should be online now. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. If she's hearing us. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sister Muftiya.
Is she able to unmute herself?
Oh, okay. So she's got her mute on. Sister, we can't hear you. So I see that you're
you
muted.
might have to unmute her.
Oh, right. Okay. Galaxy. Okay, I'm not hosting. Hold on.
Yeah, wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum.
I've been trying to unmute myself, but I couldn't.
Oh, sorry about that, sis.
Yeah. How are you all? Hope you are all doing good.
Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alamin.
Yeah, so sorry. I am somewhere, but I need to excuse myself for the program. Yes, we'll be talking about participation of women in active politics. And we want to seize this opportunity to encourage everyone, especially our women, our capacitated women, to get involved and get involved in every of the activities around them. Are we together?
Yeah.
Okay. So here we are talking about women equal participation and leadership in political and public life. So I think it's going to be an interactive section at a point, because I would love everyone to tell or talk about how they have participated in one way or the other. And the first instance is I'm going to explain how it has been easy for me as a woman, as a wife, to be able to participate, my experiences so far, and how I feel I can encourage others to come in. Briefly about myself, I'm Hayla'Allah Jum'ah. I'm a political mobilizer, I'm a strategist, and I've been in politics over years. And I have a driving force, the reason why I decided to go into politics. And part of the reason is I want to be part of the change. I want to, in my own way, make positive impact. I see myself as a driving force. I see myself as, I don't know, the way other people see women, I don't see myself that way. I see myself beyond their own comprehension. I see myself making that change that I've always dreamed of. So I think that's the motivation, and it keeps giving me reason to never give up. So for other women out there, so I would encourage everyone to try as much as possible in their own locality, everywhere around them, to have that equal participation, take leadership roles in politics and public life, because it's actually very essential in achieving sustainable developmental goals. From the local level to the global level, our participation is restricted as a woman. I have witnessed that restriction from the society, and as well as the leading position. Aside from politics, if you want to take any leading position as a woman, there is this natural restriction by people, and they would want to give access to more male counterparts than the women, according to my experience and research. Be it elected offices, civil service, private sector, even in academic, women try as much as possible to strive very hard to get or attain their dream. It occurs in so many areas. So that is why I am into advocacy of women and youth participation in politics. So the next is to tell us about what we can do to influence the gender representation. Because for the fact that we already understand why we should go in, we want to represent, we want to make a positive change. We want to be part of the change that we desire for. So what do we need to do? We need to change our mindsets. We need to understand why we should be in politics. We need to understand it as our civic responsibility. We need to understand it as our rights. And it's a means of freedom to do what you will to do. You need to have passion for it. You need to understand why you should be part of the change. You need to have passion for humanity. Because sometimes a lot of people will define politics as something dirty. You need to do things out of your will, especially in Nigeria here. You need to do things that are against the religion before you can participate. To me, it is a no, because I don't need to go out of the line before I participate. I know what drives me to do it. So I think it's going to be the guardian of Allah, the guardian of Rasul. I'm going to follow the guide of my religion to attain to where I desire to be. So I think there is need for us to do more advocacy to influence gender representation in political process. Gender advocacy, like what we are doing now, is also one, because we need to keep a lot of people informed. We need to let them know that they have the right to do whatever they wish to do, especially when it has to do with their civic responsibility. Some would have this mindset of, I don't even want to vote. Why should I vote? Even if I don't vote, they will still pick a leader. Even if my voice is, if I'm speaking, my voice won't be heard. So why should I stress myself? Why should I see myself as a force? They don't even need to reckon with me in the first place. So this advocacy helps to enlighten young ladies, growing up women, give them reasons why they should move and take that stride to move into politics. You need to have a mentor. You need to have somebody who you look up to, somebody who has done it successfully, somebody who you see as a role model. You need to have someone like that so that you'll be able to follow through of that person's activity. You need to learn from that person. So advocacy, mentoring, political mentoring, organizing training programs. Together, give them reasons why they should as anything. Even during school,
Assalamu alaikum. I don't think we can hear. I don't know if anybody else can hear Ajia Muftia.
No.
Probably a network issue. We'll give her a few more. Okay, she's gone back to, I think.
Yes, I'm back. The network is quite poor here.
Yeah, I was wondering. Yeah, I think it was been a
yes,
network.
Thank you. So I was talking about advocacy. So we need to bring in more programs that would help to educate our female on the reason why they should participate in politics. We need to get mentors, people that we feel that they can be of impact, people that we feel that they can be of impact. We need to go on training programs. We have a lot of training programs that we organize here, and I feel that as one of the leading women program, Sanford Sisters, I think there is need for us to engage more in advocacy program for women and training. I think that's going to be of help a lot. So we need to invest in women's rights. We need to invest so much in women rights. And I want to share a little story of mine. I started politics as early as I was 16. And I think I got this vibe from my grandmother. She's a women mobilizer. She's a very, very active politician. And most times when she attends these political meetings, she will just tell me, have to follow me. Let's go together. Let's be part of this thing together. I will just look at her like, Grandma, like, why did you feel that we need to participate? It's actually different from getting your mentoring from the society now. Some of us have the privilege of getting that mentoring from people that are very close to us, like our parents, our mothers, our grandparents. She would just start giving me different reasons. She would tell me, even if you live, okay, I want you to be educated. I want you to grow up a better woman. And when you have that education, when you have that understanding of politics, and you decide to take leadership positions, contest for House of Assembly, councillor, chairmanship, House of Representatives, you can even be a senator, you can even be a governor. So if you don't, who will? We do leave this for those that don't have that knowledge, those that don't have the fear of Allah. We do leave it for those that don't even have this, they don't even have anything for humanity. And they are the ones that will make that law for you. They are the ones that they will be the one to decide how you live your life. They will be the one to decide how things are running. They will even decide the facilities you get at the hospital. They will decide how your children go to school. They will decide the level of education. They will decide everything. Yet you are running away from this. You don't want to take leadership positions. You don't want to be part of it because you feel that you are a woman. You don't need to be there. Men are there. People are there. But you know yourself better. You know you are a better person. Then why not take the head? Take the challenge. So as young as I was, I'll be like, wow, Grandma, this is getting more interesting. What if I face any challenge, obstacle, like this oppression and all? How do you expect me to take care of this? I'm this kind of person that I feel, okay, fine. Then I used to be a very shy person. Very shy person. I hardly talk. I just love to keep to myself. And I realized that there is no need for me to be shy if I am leading. So then I was given a position as a secretary to the party as early as I was 18. So then I think it exposed me to lots of things. So they would tell me, go to your local government, go to your ward, bring 20 people out. I think that was the first test. I go to my environment, go to my people, my neighbors. Let's go for campaigns, let's go for programs. I will talk to them and they'll be like, okay, let me follow you because we feel that you can lead us. So it was there gradually. I decided to go back to school. I decided to get educated. I decided to get married. I was doing it. I did not stop, but there was limit to it because I had to give time for other important things in my life. So it was on and on and on like that. So I grew so much passion for politics, so much passion for humanitarian services, so much passion that I decided to even have an NGO for myself called Women for Global Aid Foundation because I feel that in every way that I want to just be impactful. Politics to me is getting engaged, bring your presence to it, be part of the change, be part of the decision-making body. If you are not there, you will not be able to contribute to what is happening there. If you don't bring up this advocacy program, there will be limits of women that would participate in politics. If we don't bring training programs to educate younger ladies, younger girls, there will be limits to those that will participate in politics. So I feel that there is need for us to move from local level to international level to every level that we can to encourage our women and girls to participate in politics. With my own experience, I keep sharing it with people every time. It's an activity associated with governance, so we can't even stay away from it. It's our country. We need to be part of it. Any country we have, we need to be part of it. Women equal participation in leadership, political, even in public life, aside from politics. We need to participate. We need to get engaged from local to global. We need to get engaged. We need to position ourselves. Despite the proven abilities that women have, most of us have this potential in us that we feel that, yes, we are born leaders. Despite that potential, a lot of people will still look down on us. They will still give us reasons why we should stay indoor and not come out. Even with these proven abilities as leaders and agents of change, our rights are always there, especially to participate in equal, in democratic and governance. They will still feel that we need to just stay back. We face several obstacles to participate in both politics and public life. We face so many challenges. So in the UK, we have been underrepresented. We have been underrepresented. Even in Nigeria, every part of the world, we have been underrepresented. It is not just equal. The proportion have increased over the years. A lot of women are now coming out. A lot of women are now contesting for positions right now, but there is still need for us to increase it. Let's move from knowing to doing. Let's increase it. Men remain overrepresented. I don't know. I think that's just the way people see it. They remain overrepresented, and we remain, like we don't even want to move, especially for more senior positions, ministerial positions, higher cabinets. We have the highest proportion of women in cabinet, just 36% between 2006 and 2007. A lot of us just feel that we should stay back. Please, let's keep moving. We have structural barriers, discriminatory laws that will just make us feel that we need to stay back. But I feel that there is need for us to take that lead. Advocacy, like I said before, we need to influence more advocacy, gender representation. We need to talk more about it in political process and public life. We need to get political mentoring. We need to go for training programs. If they don't organize it, we organize it for ourselves. We bring women together, youth together, young girls together to enhance their political skills. Because some will tell you you're not experienced. You need to learn. It's a learning process. Everything you need to do, you need to learn it. So same thing in politics. You need to learn. You need to understand basics. You need to learn. So that learning process will help us to take that challenge of the leadership skills that we desire for. Girls, women have right to engage in civic responsibility, civic society programs, to be able to prepare themselves for political government office, boards, and let our voice be heard. As a woman, I feel that we are mothers, we are sisters, we are change makers. We have that soft spot for humanity. We have that soft spot for good governance. I just feel that we are just the best to make that change. As a woman, as a mother, there is something special about you. You just want the best for your children. As much as you want the best for your children, you want the best for your community. You want the best for your country, because you feel that if I can make a change, that change is going to affect my community. That change is going to affect my family. I mean, positively now. It's going to affect my society. It's going to affect my country. It's going to affect my state. If you have the opportunity to make that change, would you just sit down and ignore? No. You would want to work towards that stride to make that change. You would want, even people that are not even elected in public offices, they still try as much as possible to make change. We have several women out there, especially, okay, let me use my sister, Sayyidah Hamdallah Bello, as an example. Like, since I've known her, I used to see her as, I used to admire her secretly. She's very close to my husband. Like, my husband used to talk about, Hamdallah, when we're in the university, she's a very active woman. She's this, she's that, she's like, wow. A lot of these men understand that we are good. We have potentials. Some of them will support it. Some of them will support our career. Some of them would stand as a ladder for us to get to that height that we desire for. Some of them would look down on us and make us feel that we don't have to get anywhere, and just let the men take charge. So we would never allow that. We would give them reasons why we should. keep moving. Someone like her and other women on this platform, I know that you have the capacity, that burning desire to take lead, to take charge. You should not let that stop. You should keep moving. You should keep investing in women rights. It is a necessity. We need to learn to achieve all that we desire for. All that we desire for, we need to invest so much in women rights. It's a necessity. We need to step it up. Globally, we need to step it up. Equality, democratic governance, we need to step it up. We need to try to make our voice heard. We need to speak. We need to speak out. We know the rights. We know what we want. We know what the community wants. We know what our children want. We know what we want as a country. We know where it pinches. We know because we have access to the children and the husband and everybody. We know what they desire. We have that passion for them. I think that passion is what is what is pushing us to come out now. More of us now. Okay, let me take Nigeria as a case study. Most of the time, women in Nigeria just want to sing. They praise politicians. Even when they call us for political outings, I had to at a point define my level of politics because they see the women as when the chairman come in, when the House of Assembly come in, when the House of Reps come in, you all just come together and sing for them, sing their praises, welcome them, you sing and all that. But when it comes to electing people, okay, bring out somebody from the party, let that person represent, they would not look at you. You can even be educated. They will still not recommend you. They will still not recommend you because they still feel that you're not good enough for it. But I feel that there is, in every way that you can, try to prove yourself. Prove yourself. Prove yourself. Develop yourself. Build yourself to that level that they would always want to reckon with you. Few weeks ago, we had a program with the First Lady of Lagos State. When she was speaking, at a point, she was talking about women involvement. And she was like, behind every successful man, there is going to be that strong woman that will be able to take every blow. I was just, at the point, I was like, wow, you have to be that woman your husband will be proud of. A lot of my female, when I do advocacy program, they will tell me, my husband is not in support of what I'm doing. Like my husband feels that I need to stay at home with the kids. And to be a good wife, you can't even be a politician. To be a good wife, you need to just sit down with the kids. You need to, even to go to the office for your work, how would you cope with all of this? Then I will tell them, I am a good wife. I am a mother. I am a wife. I am a daughter. I am a politician. I run an NGO. And I'm a religious leader. I am doing excellently well in all I do. Why? How? Because you need to manage everything that you do. You need to manage everything. You need to take care of your home. You need to respect your husband. You need to give them their place. You need to give them, they will see that potential in you and they will see that passion in you. My husband is not an active politician. He knows I love politics. He knows I am involved around politics. He knows I would love to be everywhere. So he just tell me, anything that you know how to do, please do it. The time that we have to live on this earth, we need to make that positive impact that we want to. If politics is a way for you to make that positive impact that you desire for, please don't relent. Keep doing it. So then I would just be like, wow, I think I've gotten one of the best motivator that I need. If he can motivate me to this extent, I think there is reason for me to let him know that I'm worthy of being his respected wife. So I would want to do everything to please him. I would update him about every information, everything that I do. I give him proper updates. I keep giving him, even most times we even go to events together. And at the point he would tell me, when are you thinking of taking leadership role? Are you just, do you just want to remain this mobilizer, this strategist? You will help other people to move and grow. You will help them attain that position. When do you want, how soon do you want to prepare yourself for taking leadership role? I was just telling them, I'm still learning. I still feel that there is need for me to learn. Keep learning. Said, okay, you have to take charge. At least you have to do something. You have to take charge. You have to take that role. You have to, I think, so now it's giving me reason to want to come out, fully contest, take that leadership position. It's a motivation. That motivation should not stop. As I get motivated, I motivate others. We need to step up. We need to keep moving. We need to break all barriers. We need to, in every way, be it politics for good governance, be it public life, be it religious leadership, be it everything, everywhere you are. Sister Hamdallah, you're doing excellently well. I am proud of you as a woman. I believe so much in your capacity, capabilities. A lot of people will look down on you with whatever you're doing. They'll be like, wow, why is she doing this? She's a woman. She's not supposed to raise her voice. She's not supposed to talk. She's not supposed to be here. She's not supposed to be an active lawyer. She's not supposed to, in every way. A lot of people will say a lot of things. But as long as you know you're doing the right thing, you know you're doing the best thing, you know you are on top of your game. You don't stop. You don't just relent. And alhamdulillah for the husbands that we have. Most of them that believe so much in us. May Almighty Allah continue to bless them for us. So I keep praying for him. Because if not for you, about something making Joko, sit down there. My Joe landlord, maybe I will just I will just be there. I will not even, a lot of people will not even see me. But because I have someone who believes in me. When I met him, I was just 18. He encouraged me to be educated. I went to Fountain University. At the point I couldn't pay the school fees and other challenges, I had to go back to University of Lagos. He paid for my tuition fee. He did everything possible for me to be educated. He would tell me, what do you want with your life? I said, I want to make a change. I want to be a great woman. I want to be a great woman warrior. I want to be this. I want to be that. Okay. You have to be educated. You need to educate yourself. It's both Islamically, both morally, both academically. You need to stand out. So you have that time to do all of that. So I'll be like, okay, anything you want from me. And I think I was able to manage my home, manage my children, manage my family affairs, manage everything around me, and manage my political moves. So we should not be discouraged. We need to talk to more girls. I've been doing that advocacy for sometimes now. Go to schools, even young girls in secondary schools, visit their schools, talk to them. That voice that will tell you you have your limits. You should not listen to that voice. But that voice that tells you that you are the best, that voice should be that voice that you listen to. We give them education, gender sensitive education. Let them know how valuable they are as a woman. Let them know that they are filled with opportunities. They are filled with opportunities, luxury of opportunities. They are filled with it. Let them be an advocate of sexual harassment. Let them be an advocate. Let them break all barriers. Let them see themselves as leaders right from their young age. Let them be able to counter all the barriers that surrounds them in their school. Let them be able to represent, even in their school. Walk up to their teachers and tell them that assign duty for her, assign duty for him. I want my child to grow up to know that leadership is going to be something that they need to learn, they need to know, they need to take charge. You know, when you build your child, your female child, your male child, from that young age to take responsibility, such child will never be afraid of taking leadership positions. Such child is already such child is already used to taking leadership roles. So, we need to raise aspiration of young girls. We need to educate parents to give their children, their girls will. We need to get power. We need to get women. We need to help ourselves to attain power. And I think there is one aspect of us as women that is also very bad. In Yoruba, they used to say "Obìnrin lọ̀tá obìnrin." They used to say that when a woman is trying to attain a height,
sorry now.
we have some women that
Not all right. Not all right.
No.
Now go and
Ẹ
be
má forúkọ ẹ̀ sí. Jẹ́ kó ṣe nǹkan yẹn. Ẹ má jẹ́ kó. As a woman, you need to just step. You need to keep moving. You need to support them. You need to help them to move. You need to support them to move. Don't be the reason why they quit. Don't be the reason why they don't enjoy what they are doing. Don't be the reason why they need to stop. Be the reason why they need to continue. Be the reason why they attain that great height that they desire for. As a woman, be a supporting gem to somebody else. Support them. Support the girls. Support the women. Try everything possible to be part of that change. So we need to get ourselves into power. We need to motivate ourselves. We need to raise the aspiration of our girls. We need to raise the aspiration. They should be self-dependent. They should be strong. They should understand their desires. They should understand their goal. They need to understand their vision. They need to know what they want to do. They need to understand their environment. They need to understand the potentials that is in them, embedded in them. They need to understand the value of active participation. They need to understand all of that. We need to keep building them. I was built by people that are very close to me. I was built by people that I see as mentors. And I feel that I want to be better than them. My grandmother, she did not contest for any position. She's just a woman mobilizer. And the restrictions she used to have is, my level of education. When my children, my grandchildren grow, they will take it up from there. So when a lot of people see me, they'll be like, look, like your grandmother just came into you and give you reasons why you should keep moving because she's late now. And my mom will look at me and say, wow, okay. I can't even believe you can be so outspoken. Especially when she attends programs that I speak, she'll be like, what? I never knew you can even face crowd. I never knew you can be so outspoken. I never knew politics can bring out the best in you. I never knew you can even help other people to realize that they need to be part of this. And she will just smile. At the point, she will even cry. She will even say, and I will just tell them, just thanks to those who never stop believing in me, especially my husband and my family. They are being supportive. My children, for their understanding, they made it easy. Mom is going out. Mom is going to Abuja. Most times when I travel to Abuja for meetings and other things, some people will call me, who is staying at home with the kids? I tell them my husband. Okay, how can your husband stay with the kids at home? What kind of husband is that one? Your husband is so good, oh. Your husband is nice, oh. Your husband is this. My way. When he tells me sit, sometimes I sit. When he tells me do this, I do it. So, and I think Almighty Allah just bless him with that understanding, because I will not say I'm doing everything best, but I just feel that he just believes in me. He believes so much in me. He believes so much in my capacities. He believes so much. Same as my parents. They will tell me, oh, you're born in leader. All of us have that potential. All of us. Everyone on this beautiful platform have that potential. You need to wake it up in you. You need to understand yourself. You need to know what you are born for, what you are made of. When you make that attempt, nothing can stop you. Nothing can stop you. Anything that wants to be like an hindrance for you, there is always a solution to it. Anything that wants to be like an obstacle, there is always a solution to it. You have Allah. You keep praying. You keep praying. Some people even go, they will even attack you spiritually. They will tell you, whoa, worry. I just say, just go, I'll just pray. And I'll just this woman was shining eyes at the meeting. She was like, Jilo Ruko Shadua. But Jilo Rugbera Eko Shadua, but balance or college fine. That's why they go. Life is filled with challenges. Life is filled with challenges. When I got the position of woman leader for Disciples of Jadaba, I was like, woman leader, state woman leader, 57 local governments. How would I be able to control all these women? They would give me serious problem. How would I be able to manage them? I was so respectful to them. I think that's just a part of me. All of them are elderly people. Oh, mommy, my woman leader, my woman Yawa, Yainke, Yami. I'll call them together. Idea will let me. What do you think we can do? How do you expect? How do we feel we can grow? What do you think you can do? I ask for their consent. They give me ideas, and we work on it and build ourselves. If you are opportuned to take a leadership position, there is an advice I want to give you. You need to be humble. You need to have that leadership skills in you. Sometimes you don't need to be too cool. Sometimes you'll be authoritative. With respect, you'll be humble. You have to have knowledge of what you are doing. You have to have understanding of that position so that you will not just pass around like you need to understand what you're doing. You need to understand. You need to know basics of that role that you are given. If you are given a role to play, you need to do research on it. You need to stand out. Some of the male counterparts, my colleagues in this politics, they will just tell me, Bajulaye, that girl, omoye. Because they have tried. They will try. It still keep happening. They will try to bring you down. They will say a lot of things that they will even accuse you. You don't like to be lied to. You don't want people to accuse you. So you have to stay firm. A lot of them will even come to you. This one is not here now. It's everywhere. But when you're disciplined, when you're decent, Almighty Allah will pave way for success for you. But when you see that as an opportunity to fornicate, as an opportunity to lie, as an opportunity to embezzle, as an opportunity to do a lot of atrocities, then you're walking down the full journey. Because at the end of the day, you'll not even be able to meet that desired thing that you want. Ìmọ́lẹ̀ tó wà lára yẹn gan, ó máa parẹ́. Nítorí yẹ kí ìmọ́lẹ̀ yẹn máa hàn, tó jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn máa rí ẹ bí ìgbà tẹ́ kọ́ ń rí èèyàn, tó jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn máa feel pé they need to associate with you. It's because of that blessings of Allah that is on you. It's because of that uniqueness, the purity that is in you. But when you give room for crazy things, that uniqueness is going to fade away. That lightning, that blessing is going to wash away. So I would put it as an advice for every woman that is intending to participate in politics. So don't allow that to get into you. Remember your first assignment, that is never associate anything with the Almighty Allah. Never, never, never. Be conscious of your deen. Be conscious of your religion. Know the right from the wrong. Be conscious. Know how you can participate in your civic responsibilities without hurting anybody. Get engaged. Start from the local level. Participate in everything. Start from your locality, from the ward. Join them for ward meetings. You have that intellectual capacity as a woman. Make use of it. Don't let it be wasted. Ẹ má jẹ́ kó ṣòfò. Ọlọ́run kò fẹ́ kí mọ̀ ṣòfò lára wa. Use it. Let people see it. Bring it out. Kò ń gbé kọ̀rọ̀. Ọmọ akọrin kan ní agbo òṣèlú wa ní gbé e jáde. Òṣèlú yìí gbé kọ̀rọ̀. Òṣèlú ẹ jáde. Gbé e jáde. Òṣèlú yìí gbé kọ̀rọ̀. Òṣèlú ẹ jáde. Anywhere tó bá wà, jẹ́ kó hàn. Jẹ́ kó jáde lára ẹ̀. Jẹ́ kó jáde. Be distinct. Nǹkan kan máa wà lára ẹ̀ tẹ́ pé ó máa jẹ́ kó yàtọ̀ sí everybody. That thing, that distinct attitude in you, that distinct move in you, is going to showcase you. It's going to bring you out. It's going to be what people will see in you and they'll be very proud of you. They would even want to associate with you. So that uniqueness should not stay in the room. Participation of women in active politics it brings societal change. It brings positive development to the country. The advantages is so much. That passion that you have for humanity, bring it into active participation in decision making of your country. That genuine love that you have for your family, take it out and let it be that same love you have for your society. That love that you have for your school, come out, participate in school politics as a young lady. Participate, go for debate programs, be outspoken, be courageous. Participate actively in every way. Community, your community, make an impact. Your country, make an impact. Be part of that driving force that is pushing the country to a great height and not just a useless one. Don't just be stagnant. Give reasons why people don't give up. Be the reason why people don't give up. I think it's high time we understand that we are created to make impact in this country, in this society. Our voice must be heard. Some people will tell me, oh, well, come off it. We keep talking, we keep advocating, we keep telling people that we need this, we need that, but they will still not do it, Jare. Our job, they are just a bunch of fools. They are a bunch of fools. And you are not part of them. As a bunch of fools. The one not in sumo one, the thing by one shade. The thing sumo one, the thing by one shade. Papa no your councillor ladugbo e. See one not jade ko ti contest. So to repay or to walori table niye. I will tell them if there is no space on that table for me to put my chair, I'll create another table for myself. Then I'll sit. So you see a lot of people coming around me, they will put chair too. The table is going to be filled up. And some of them will even laugh. I say, yes, Oh, you being a macorin tell àwọn ọkùnrin olóṣèlú nìkan. And you know, ẹgbẹ́ tó tún charisma tó tún ṣe dáadáa lára yín, ẹgbẹ́ jáde. Understand the politics of your country. Understand it. In United Kingdom, a lot of àwọn obìnrin náà, wọ́n máa ń lé lò, wọ́n máa dákẹ́, wọ́n máa stay back. Bó ṣe politics governance nìkan ni politics answer yín sẹ́yìn. It comes in. Women are too underrepresented. We need to orientate ourselves. I'm not saying it's going to be very easy. It's going to be a bit challenging, but we need to orientate ourselves. The challenge, the solution, the problem, everything is all in one place. If you look deeply into it, you're going to get answers to every question. We have equal participation and leadership in politics and public life. It's essential. We have to keep achieving that sustainable developmental goal. That developmental goal, we have to keep. someone decides to have an NGO, and that NGO is, of course, nobody is financing it. At a point when I was looking at my NGO, I was like, who's going to give me money to be doing empowerment programs? There are so many poor women out there that are really, I don't even have the opportunity to get finances. What will I do? I just decided to create a program, Civic Talks. And I'm very sure when that program starts, I'm going to share it on this platform so that everyone can also have access to it. Civic Talk. Under that Civic Talk, I came up with loads of topics. It will be parenting, governance, participation, say no to drugs, say no to rapes, why we should get educated, different programs, security issues, health issues, different things. Bring erudite scholars. I've not started it. I'm planning to unveil it very soon. But I just feel that in one way or the other, you can impact. You can give yourself a voice. You want to be the voice for the voiceless. And yet your own voice is not heard. You have to be a voice for yourself. In every opportunity, social media, anything. This is a platform where women come together, they learn. It's also an avenue. Anywhere, anything. I cherish programs like this. I set out time to attend to it because I believe when you educate 10, 20 people, you have about 22 participants on this platform. When you educate 20, 21 people, you are educating thousands of people. Because once you educate them, they will go back home and educate them. Their children will share it with somebody else. We share it on our social media handles. We give people reason why we should not sit back at the comfort of our home and expect that positive change to happen. We have to be part of that change. So bringing up topics, educating programs is also making impact. We do have to wait till we have that leadership. Anybody who the government saying, I will not wait till that time. I would not wait till that time. I would keep moving and do my best before that time. I have to prepare myself for the future. Every one of us here, we have to prepare ourselves. We have to prepare our female children. We have to prepare even the male children. So that we should not be gender biased now. We have to prepare every one of them. As we grow, what have we done? How well have we brushed them up? How well have we educated them? You are 20, you're going to 30. You need to start building 15 years old children. You're 30, you're going to 40. You need to start building 30 years old. You're going to your 50s. You need to know how well you have trained the 20, 30, 40 years old girls, women. We need to keep educating them. Education in different aspects, different perspectives, everything. We need to participate actively in politics. We need to be part of the governance. We need to do everything possible. We cannot reach that height. Some of us are working at the bank, some of us are working in industry, some of us are anywhere that you work. Anywhere that you work, be part of the decision-making body. Anywhere that you are, shake it. Let them know that they have it. Let them know. It's not like you just be talking. That intellectual capacity should be used in a positive way. You are a youth. You should not use it for illegalism, violence, rape, several others. Because of that strength of youthful strength that you have, use it in a positive way. Use it positively. Share ideas. Share connects. Don't hold on to it yourself. If you have somebody you know you can help and build, do it. Don't bring your fellow woman down. Prepare a sustainable developmental goal and let people enjoy your resource. If you need to help somebody financially to grow and get to the top of their political career, do it. Let's change the narration. Let's change the story. We have been underrepresented. The proportion has increased lately. We should please keep it up. Keep it up. Let's encourage ourselves. Let's break all structural barriers, all the discriminatory laws. Let's break it. Let's be part of it. Let's increase our advocacy. Let's increase our trainings. Let's increase our mentoring. Let's mingle with the right set of people. Let's build our girls. Let them know that they have the right to take responsibilities. Let them know the necessary steps in achieving global gender equality and democracy governance. Let them know that we are setting the right pace for them. Let them know what is best for them. Let them know that they should not stay behind. They should not stay behind. They can lead. We all are born leaders. You can lead. You can take charge. You can do anything possible, anything good for yourself. Let's keep educating them. We'll keep educating, but let them understand the basics. As parents, let's keep doing it. As society leader, let's keep doing it. As the religious body, religious leader, let's keep doing it. Let's keep encouraging our people. We should not relent, we should not stop. Our participation have a very high advantage. Every other disadvantage is going to be our people will harass you. A lot of people will say different things. I just tell them, fine. Everything has solution. If I am determined to get to a great height in it, if I'm making that positive change, I don't think anybody can stop me. So I think to cut the story off, I think I'm able to impact the little I have to all the beautiful women of Zamfat, UK. And I think it's going to be an opportunity for other people that are thinking to take that bold step of being in politics actively. Let's be active. Some of us will just do our politics on social media. Let's make it peaceful. Let's try to make it peaceful. Let's try to contribute. Let's try to keep moving. Let's try everything possible to get engaged. Thank you very, very much. And God bless you. May Allah continue to be with all of us and perfect everything that concerns us. May we be a blessing and not a curse. May our life be filled with everlasting happiness. May Almighty Allah grant all our desires and make us great. May we be part of those that would enter the Jannah with us, inshallah. May all our efforts to build a greater country, may all our efforts to impact our society, may it be of impact, inshallah. Thank you very much.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Is one thing about being on this platform is that we always have sisters that blow our minds and encourage us and inspire us. So that was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful lecture, sister. May Allah reward you as an act of ibadah. MashaAllah. We will be having question and answers, and we will be having pep talks. So I'm sure a lot of sisters have their questions written down and waiting. But we'll move on swiftly to the next item on the list, which is our Zikri Kasida by Aja Rukaya Awaye Washirere. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello, can you hear me, please? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you, sister.
I'm so sorry. I'm late. Ẹ má bínú. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما ولك والهاتف لمن سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدر ومقدار العظيم. عليه صلاة الله ثم سلامه وهذا الوزاب الله كرام ذوي النما أزاجل فيه ورقا ليل وجرة نهان وجفن كنمزاني بمجرما أبيت بليل مزارا مرشدا بذكر الذي قد توبا بديها وما هجما أبا قلبه الله أن يكون متيما حليف غرامي بالنبي مهيما ألمها من فؤادي حب ليلا وتدني بداد الإمام الهاشمي حمدي محمد مفتاح الفتوحات زيد وهاتم ذل كرزل هتما مقدما الله لا إله إلا هو الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله الله لا إله إلا هو الله لا إله إلا الله الله لا إله إلا هو الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله الله لا إله يا هو الله لا إله إلا الله لوفو حليك من لوفو سفي لا برحمة أستعلوك من لوبي إلهي لوبي برحمة الله لا إله يا هو الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله الله لا إله يا هو الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله الله لا إله يا هو الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله عليه الله لا إله يا هو الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله الله لا إله إلا الله 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 مازال له ما دام لا إله إلا الله صفات ذاتي برحمة لا إله إلا الله لا زال ظلمي لا إله إلا الله بني أدنى لبرحمة لا إله إلا الله زلوا بزجاياك لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله Illallah owó lóní tó fi yangàn la ilaha illallah kó tó ti gáúzù barahama la ilaha illallah ọlá lóní tó fi ń dẹ̀mọ́ la ilaha illallah kó tó ti bàbá barahama la ilaha illallah kùsùlùmí zàjáyàká la ilaha illallah لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله مازال له ما دام لا إله إلا الله تبارك شيخ برحمة لا إلا الله تبارك شيخ برحمة لا إله إلا الله مازال له ما دام لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله ala la ilaha illallah, 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 Allah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, wa sallallahu madama, la ilaha sifati zati barahma, la ilaha illallah, ala zali huzulumi, la ilaha illallah, bani adina li barahma, la ilaha illallah, la intahizli min kulli, la ilaha illallah, mahufu gauzu barahama, la ilaha illallah, baba wa shehi barahama, la ilaha illallah, alifa shehi tijani, la ilaha illallah, maulana shehi tijani, la ilaha illallah, alifa nabi Muhammad, la ilaha illallah, maulana shehu tijani, la ilaha illallah, wahinu nabi Muhammad, la ilaha illallah, 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 where daddy bisullah, where daddy bisullah, ala la ilaha illallah, ala la ilaha illallah, ala la ilaha illallah, ala la ilaha illallah, beda sare edade bisullo, beda sare edade bisullo, ala la ilaha illallah, ala la ilaha illallah, ala la ilaha illallah, ala la ilaha illallah, Rabbuna Allah, 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 Rabbuna 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 Ya Shehi Barahman Yazi, oh Yazi, Ya Gauzu Barahman Yazi, oh Yazi, Babani Yazi, Babani Yazi, Babani Yazi, Allahu Babani Yazi, Allahu Babani Yazi, Babani Yazi, Babani Yazi, Allah, Ya Bani Yazi. Ya Gauzu Barahman Yazi, Yazi, Ya Shehi Barahman Yazi, oh Yazi, Baba Yazi, Baba Yazi, Baba Yazi, Ya Shehu Hawalu, Baba Wa, Baba lo shodio, Baba lo shodio, Baba lo mupo, Molana Hawalu. Baba lo mupo, Baba lo shodio, Baba lo mupo, Ya Shehu Hawalu, 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 Baba Siwani, Allah, Baba Siwani, Walu, Baba Siwani, Baba Siwani, Ya Gauzu Barahman, Yazi, 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 Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad al-Fatih lima, ولك والهات ولما سبق نازل الحكي بالحكي والعدي إلى ذراتك المستقيم وعلى آله كم قدر ومقدار العظيم سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين آمين.
Assalamu alaikum. Ameen, Ameen Rabbil Alameen. Shukran for that, sister. Thank you so much for that. Jazakallah khairan. May Allah accept it as an act of ibadah. So moving on to our pep talk. Our sister, Mrs. Adesida is not with us today, so we would have to do the pep talks ourselves. So I'll be taking that pep talk today, and normally our sister would speak to us about any topic, but she would have had it prepared. So unfortunately, we weren't prepared for that. But we've had a beautiful lecture today, and I think that the lecture on practice of women in active politics, I think it's a good start for our pep talk for today. When Sister Muftiat was speaking, I was thinking about this country. I grew up in the United Kingdom, so in terms of leadership of female, I was thinking about the suffragettes and the society where I grew up in, at least. And there was this group called the Suffragettes, the females that came together in 1903, over 100 years ago now, to create, because, well, before the suffragettes, women were not to be seen in society that we live in. Women were not to be heard in society. Women were not allowed to make their own money, earn their own living, or inherit. And this group of women came together and to fight for all of the equality and all of the privilege that we are enjoying today. And after this suffragettes, we have, although, you know, there have been queens in the United Kingdom in the past, but after the movement of the suffragette, Queen Elizabeth came into power. And as well as Queen Elizabeth coming into power and ruling for 70 years, we've also had 3 female prime ministers in this country. And one thing that stood out in all of those female leadership of the United Kingdom is that they always show their submission as a wife. In every political campaign that they attended, they never attended without their husband. They always show, as head of state, there was still a responsible, they still had a responsible, the duty to be a wife. I said I think few programs that we had in the past, I mentioned once that Queen Elizabeth II, may her soul rest in peace, refused to walk down the aisle on her wedding day, simply because they removed the statement submission to her husband from the wedding vow. So when the pastor approached her in the room and asked her why she's not carrying on with the wedding, she says they have to reinstate in that vow that she has to be submitted to her husband. And then he says, but you are the head of state, you're the queen, you're the ruler of the Commonwealth. You are not submitted to anyone except for God. She says, when I am his wife, I am submitted to him because he's my husband. When I'm the head of state, I am not submitted to anybody. But as a wife, I am not a head of state. So there's a difference in the role. When we see the roles of the prime ministers of this country, the female prime ministers, we see that they always, they don't occupy office unless they had a husband, unless they can show some form of family. They have to have some sort of role where they show that they are female, because being a leader, having responsibility is also being a role model. And sometimes, you know, sometimes we can see things or read into people's life without even before they speak. So the fact that they are appearing in public with their husband speaks a lot, you know, to us about the importance of equality in the home, or the importance of having a husband in the home as well as being a leader. It shows to us that none of them should contradict the other. The reason I brought this up is because I'm a teacher myself. I teach teenagers. And one of the problems I face when I'm speaking to them about the role of leadership is that their inability to separate women's equality or women's leadership role in society from being a submissive wife. You see, if, like the sister says, Sister Mufti had said that we need to be more, they need to see more representation of us in society, so that they can understand that there is about, you know, they can understand the boundaries. Because if we don't keep coming out and be part of politics and be part of other leadership role in society, what they don't understand is that the boundaries of equality, there is boundaries in equality. Even if we are looking for equalities in the system and we are looking for equal rights as the men, there is boundaries in the sense that equality does not equal to being single. A lot of our female are now planning their life as you know, in taking over the home. So for example, I speak to students, they're telling me, I want my career, I want to buy a house, I want to buy a car, I want to travel the world, and no room in those plans comes into well, there's no space in that plan for them to have family, to be a wife, to be, they will be like, oh yeah, I'll do that later. So the more we come into society, the more we show them that being a leader, having a voice, speaking up, being a part of active part of society does not mean that you stop being a wife, does not mean that you stop being a mother. The women that rule this country, these women, the Queen of England, the 3 prime ministers that we've had, they are ruling the most successful, one of the most successful country in the world today. And they did that as well as be a wife. They did that as well as be a mother. They did that as well as being a grandmother. So I think when the sister was saying that we should, she attends the schools to talk to the youth, it's very important. And it's not just about her being a politician. I think every person who has a teenager or has a child in their presence should also encourage this, discuss this with them, encourage them to have a voice, encourage them to be able to speak out, but also understand that they have to also know their role in life as a female, as a woman. That doesn't mean that we should encourage abuse in relationship or force them to get married. But what it means is that we need to also equally drive the need for us, because if we're driving the lead for leadership and we're not driving the need for the importance of family, we have not created a stable society. We are making chaos in the society. So it's important, like the sister rightly said, her husband was guiding her and supporting her. And those kind of things, those kind of talk of how family life also have an important role to play is extremely important when talking about women's equality or women's leadership. This country have shown us that yes, a woman can be the president of Nigeria and still be a wife. It should not conflict the two. We've seen it done. We've seen it done. For the Queen ruled for over 70 years, although she wasn't a politician. But we saw how she was consistent in her role as a queen. She was consistent in her role as a wife. And you know, we not only the Queen, but we also have examples within our society as Africans. We have examples within our society as Muslims, but we do not show that example enough. We need more of Sister Muftiya. I hope she can come back and give us more insight into her politics and female. We need more female leaders that can speak up for us like that. not just in Nigeria, but also, yes, in the UK. I feel that she has spoken a lot about, she's spoken a lot about all the things that was busting inside my heart as well. But I can only just add to what she has said as an example of the life I have lived here and the role models that I have seen here and the responsibilities of women. So yeah, you know, I think it's important that we carry on with this issue of female leadership, and we carry on giving examples and giving talks. And most importantly, not only do we need to talk to our female children, because the sister quite rightly said that she goes to secondary school and give talks. Please make sure in all of the talks that we give talks to men too. We give talks to our male children. We might not be able to do anything about the grandfathers and the fathers now, but we should be able to change the mindset of the sons. We should be able to give. So whenever we're giving talks to girls, we should also be giving talks to boys, in order for them to understand the importance and the possibility of a woman leading, or a woman being a president, or being a politician, or being a governor, without it interfering into her role as a mother, or without it interfering with her role as a wife. How he can be supportive, how he can stand by her and still be her husband and still be her guardian, you know? So it's important that when we talk about female leadership, we take on our sons as well. We let them understand, we talk to them equally, so that we are creating a balanced society, so that they are understanding and they are being supportive, and they are being, you know, more caring, you know, more compassionate, and they empathize with the situation of the woman, and they are able to, you know, allow their wives, because, you know, one of the sisters did drop a message that some men are not supportive. Some men are not supportive because they're not educated on it. But hopefully, if we educate our son, they will grow up to be the kind of men that will support their wife, or support their daughters, or support their sisters, because they are educated on it. So in this society that we're living in, they're a little bit more exposed. In Nigeria, I think there should be more awareness, more education. But throughout the society, whether we're in Nigeria or not, I think the boundaries of understanding the role of the female as being a wife, of the female as being a mother, is extremely important. It has to go hand in hand. It has to be a balance, because if we're not talking about it, people of the we have women leaders that are going to secondary schools in the UK here, talking to our children when they're doing personal study, PSHCE, talking to them about leadership roles. But these people are not talking to them from a religious point of view. They're talking to them from a different point of view, from the point of view of, you don't have to be married, or you can be single, it's a choice, you know. So if we're not taking that stand, and we're not standing with sisters like Sister Muftia and encouraging, whether it's on a political platform, or whether it's on an individual platform, even if it's just children, you know, in your own community, if we're not taking that stand as sisters, if we're not taking that stand as Africans, we're going to be having children that are going to grow up and, you know, seeking leadership, seeking world power, but not realizing that the society is one thing to be a leader, but it's another thing to have a stable society. And a society can only be stable if you have created a foundation, a family, you know. So they need to understand that it goes hand in hand, you know. And our children are really, you know, it really hurts me, because it's something that I deal with every day. And you know, they gist me about, they call it gisting, they gist me about it in school all the time. But having a family now is something that's secondary. A lot of people are career driven, and it's good to be career driven, but it's important that we need to let them know that you cannot, you know, put family and having kids or getting married as a secondary thing. Some of them even tell you, oh, if it happens. It's not about if it happens, it has to happen, you know. So I think sister, I'm just so blown away with all the things that she was saying, and it's very encouraging. And thank you so much for coming, and thank you so much for being a part of this program today. I hope you can come again and give us more talks. Yeah, so I would like to end this now, this pep talk here, and then move on to the possible question and answers. 1 second. Hold on a second. Okay. All right. So I think the next session with Sister Ansar. Okay, Sister Ansar will not be able to be with us today. Okay. So let's contribute. Let's look at the chat and look at the questions. Hold on a second. Okay, so we want to take a contribution from our mother, Ajia Muhammad Awal. Assalamu alaikum. Ajia Awal. Okay. All right. I don't think she's on there, but we can go on to the question and answers. Does any sisters have any questions for our guest speaker today? Any questions? I don't know if anyone can hear me. Ajia, Hamdallah, do you see anyone raising their hands or is it just me? Hello, assalamu alaikum. No, okay. All right, so on that note, maybe we'd like to move on to announcements from Ajia Ganiyat Aremu. Oh, she's not on either. Okay. There's a lot of people away today. Okay, so we'll go to Alaja Olateju for announcements then. Ajia Olateju.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Our announcements are regarding our programs for the week and our programs for the month generally. Every Friday of the month, we have our Zikri Jum'ah, 6 p.m. at 91 Halliwell Lane. We have the online session as well for people who are not in Manchester. Every day of the week, we have our wazifa starting at 7:30 every day of the week. Every day, Monday to Sunday, we have it 7:30 p.m. And this is the time of the birth of our prophet. We do Tanya after our wazifa daily now because of the special month of the prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So we do Tanya after wazifa daily now after our wazifa. That's from 7:30 every day. Then on Sundays, we have our weekly Lateef. We have it at 4 p.m. It's online as well. We have all those programs. And then every last Friday, every last Saturday of the month, we have our monthly tahajjud. May Almighty Allah accept it from us all as an act of ibadah. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So sure, would like to move on to the closing prayer then. Ajia,
sorry to cut you.
Yes.
We have, I forgot to include our sisters forum as well.
Oh.
This sisters forum, that is every first Friday,
yeah.
every first Saturday of the month, inshallah.
Inshallah.
And today is one of our sisters' birthdays, Sister Anasar. It's her birthday today.
Yes,
so.
it's her birthday today. Yes, she usually does the question and answers for us. May Allah give her long life and prosperity. I hope she's listening. And yeah, we wish her many more years of long life and prosperity for her and her family and good health. we just do Surah Al-Fatiha for her, please. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا صراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. The floor is open for anyone that wants to send any birthday wishes to Sister Anasa. Anyone wants to give her birthday greetings and let her know that we're remembering her today? All right, in that note, we'll move on to the closing prayer then. Thank you. Some people are sending messages. That's fine. You can send it in the chat as well. Yeah. So we'll move on to the closing prayer by Ajia Aisha Awal. Hello? Ajia Awal. Okay. Is she there?
She might not be able to unmute herself, sister.
Oh. Does she know that she's okay?
I'll try to unmute her now.
All right.
I don't know what name she's using on her.
Oh. Wa alaikum salam. I think I
don't know what name she's using here. If she could send a message, so I could know what name she's using here. I don't know what name she's using. So that's the headache I have now.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've just sent. I've tried to unmute everybody, so if she's there, she could unmute. She'll be able to speak.
Okay.
I've unmuted everybody. Everybody will be able to unmute themselves now, but I don't know what name she's using. So if she's listening, she could speak now.
Okay. Aja Hamdallah.
We can have Umu Irada to do the closing prayer, inshallah.
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam.
Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen. We thank Almighty Allah. We start with Bismillah and end up with Alhamdulillah. We hope, inshallah, every of us will meet here next month, inshallah. Almighty Allah will not make this month be the last end for every one of us. Inshallah, I wish all of us long life and prosperity, and I wish all of us, may Almighty Allah accept our prayer, and may Almighty Allah accept our ibadah. Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa barakatuh. Masalam.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. See you next time, sisters.
Right.